Hello, I am Setareh Ghoreishi, Assistant Professor in Graphic Design at Oakland University. Today, my lecture is a design conversation of the interaction between Iranian and American culture. I am from Tehran, the capital of Iran, the busiest city in Iran, the city with full of traffic, car, and air pollution, and of course, delicious foods. When I moved to United States in 2012, I found that the food is one of the most important things that people can communicate with each other. No matter where they come from or what is their nationality, food can bring lots of commonality between them. Therefore, I decided to select some Persian accessories, which is very traditional, like teacup. Some of the teacup in Persian culture has a portrait of one of the Iranian king in Qajar dynasty related to 100 years ago, and how I can use some Persian motifs from tablecloths or rugs and tiles for American brands and create different brands or packaging. Then I designed the set of package representative of mash culture between Iranian and American culture. These four set of packages represent the families that they eat with each other on the floor. That is one of the traditional old habit of Iranian culture that the people used to eat on the floor. And the package has the logo of the portrait of Iranian king, which is very popular for using the teacup and other kitchen accessories. And I use the Persian motifs from the rug for this specific package. And the package has, in a set of nutrition facts, I use the subvertise and use my personal information and personal experience for the nutrition fact. And the tray graph shows my food habits that it changed. And I'm showing 4 new foods that I never had experienced before, like sushi, avocado, asparagus, and blackberries. After foods, I was very interested to show some of the etiquettes in Iranian culture, especially in food habits or food behavior. There is one etiquette named tarof, which is very hard to explain for non-Iranian, and mostly happens between host and guest when they are offering food to each other. And host insists to guest a lot for having food, and I create the motion graphic with very simple conversation and typography that the typeface from the beginning is very thin, and at the end the typeface is very bold to shows that how the guest is mad at the house, and most of the time it happens. It brings lots of misunderstanding because the house insists a lot for his guests to have food from lots of kindness and respects. And this is a very cultural etiquette and mostly happens for foods. And I use some sense of humor that at the end guest wants to leave and is very mad at his host. And after food, I am showing myself that how I have a lot of experience in online shopping because I never had online shopping, and I created a big credit card with the same Persian rugs motif to show that this credit card is different, is specifically from me. And I use lots of text and phrases from advertisement. We are exposed every day, like buy one get one, clearance, credit card available. Those all texts, most of them are very new to me, and I created as a texture for the background of the credit card. And again, in addition of credit card, I was looking for more about the shopping system between Iran and US. I select 2 different locations, the hallway with full of vending machines, and one of the busiest and crowded location in Iran, bazaar, traditional market. It has lots of people and lots of political and economical events happen in bazaar. And even I'm showing that how there is no privacy for using the sweeping card for your credit card or debit card, and even seller asks you to sweep the card. For this project, I created 3D logos with PNC machines with the Persian letters to project my video on top of this logo. The logo during the video has different lights, and I'm showing some details of vending machine with visual elements for credit card and sweeping machine, that those elements always we face with them but we never pay attention. And during the video, the light of the logo will change and has some glory and sparkling lights to represent some neon color of the shopping centers or shopping mall stores, signs that encourage us to have more products, and they have some seductive feeling to bring the customers for buying. And beside this project, I document all my conversation with my parents and my sister through the group message text messaging, because I asked them to send me some footage from bazaar, and it was very emotional for me because I couldn't go there, and they sent me all of those footage that I needed from bazaar. And after shopping system, I always was very fascinated and interested in language, how I can find some similarities between Farsi and English language, or what is the commonality between these two languages. I selected 12 idioms in folk language. Most of them are very common, and they have very similar translation or equivalent, such as birds of feather flock together in Farsi, pigeon with pigeon, hawk with hawk, and or money does not grow on trees. In Farsi, money is not like a grass for a bird. So those similarities and differences was very interesting to me, and I tried to bring some connection between these two different cultures. And thank you so much for listening to my lecture.